Hey folks, Bob Helbig here. I'm at the Tosa West softball field where in an ideal world I'd be enjoying the second half of my daughter's high school season and I'd be enjoying watching our teams practice on Sundays. But as we all know, things are not normal these days. So I want to address you directly. This is a little more personal, and this has been a crazy season, and I don't think we're done with surprises yet. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And first, I want to let you know we're making preparations to try to play softball this summer. I feel like we owe it to our players and our families to give it a try. There's probably going to be some obstacles in the way that we're going to have to overcome. In fact, I'm sure there's going to be, but every decision we're going to make with the health and safety of our players and our families in mind. So wanted to just talk a little bit about that. I also want to say to our players, I feel really awful about the craziness of this season. You all work so hard to improve your game over the winter, and I'm just really sorry what has happened. I feel bad for you because you deserve the payoff for all that hard work. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a politician, but to everyone, I just want to say this coronavirus thing is a serious thing, and we're going to have to face it up front. We're going to get through it together, and together I think we can make smart decisions that benefit everybody. I guess to our families, I just want to say thank you for all of your patience, your thoughtfulness, the good questions you've been asking. We're all in this together, and I think together we're going to make, like I said, we're going to make smart decisions. To our coaches who are the bedrock of our organization, I want to say thank you for your hard work this season and every season. You work so hard with our players over the winter. You've stayed positive. You've helped me think about things clearly. You've stayed engaged with our players, and I really appreciate everything you've done, and I know our families feel the same way. So coaches, thank you for that. So where are we right now, aside from Tosa West? Well, for right now, the Tosa School District has opened up the fields to allow what I would describe as workouts, exercise, just a chance to get out and stretch our muscles, start practicing those softball skills. They've explicitly said that we are not to have any team activities. And in fact, as I stand here, I don't know when we're going to be able to have team activities on school fields, and we're kind of beholden to the school district for all of our games and practices, so we have to cooperate with them. For now, we've got to keep it to 10 or fewer people at the same time, and it really has to look more like exercise or a workout and not an organized team activity. Before we think about having practices, scrimmages, games, we really need to put some practices and policies in place that address the health issues. So we're in the process of doing that, and you're going to see something from us in coming days about that address those issues. So there's really three takeaways I hope you have from this little conversation here, one-sided as it is. Number one, there's nothing normal about this season, and there's going to be nothing normal about this season. I urge everyone to be patient, be prepared for change. There's going to be changes. There's going to be unexpected things that happen. We need to just admit that and embrace that and roll with it. I think we have to have reasonable expectations about what's ahead, and that includes the level of play of our players. Our players haven't been given the chance to prepare properly as they would for this season. So everything that we're doing has to be hedged with the circumstances that we're facing. Next, we're not in this alone. We can't expect to make decisions by ourselves. We have to work with the school district, the rec department. We've got to abide by whatever state rules there are, county, city, the neighboring communities. We've got to work with people to get through all this and listen to what they're asking us to do. I think we have to be just good citizens about that. And we have to expect that there's going to be things that come up. We might have teams that don't have full rosters. We might have coaches that are unavailable. We might have teams and coaches, but we don't have fields that we can play on. We might have teams and coaches and fields, but we don't have another team to play. Or we might have teams that are ready to go and we don't have umpires because of everything that's going on. And at any point, we could have a health setback that I think we all have to be mindful of. So we need to, lastly, we need to respect people's choices. Everything that's been going on the last few months, it's emotional stuff. If a player or a coach decides they are not comfortable with what we're doing, they should be comfortable deciding they're not going to participate, and we need to be okay with that. We need to respect that. Some people want to play softball tomorrow. Other people just aren't ready to get there. And you know what? Everybody's right. Nobody's wrong in this circumstance. So I think we need to respect people's positions. We need to listen to each other, and we need to not make people feel bad or guilty for the decisions that we make. At the end of the day, softball is about bringing people together, working hard, taking your game to the highest level you can take it, enjoying watching everyone play and compete, and it's about having fun, and we can't lose that as part of what we're doing. So what's next? Like I said, we need to get some standards and practices in place so everybody's comfortable with what we're doing, or everybody at least understands what we're trying to do to limit the contagiousness of this disease and try to keep everybody healthy. I've been having a lot of conversations with the school superintendent, the rec department, health leaders in the community, leaders from other softball organizations. I'm going to keep having those conversations and digesting what everybody is saying, and I think that's going to help us continue figure out what we're doing. Lastly, I just want to again thank all of our players, all of our families, all of our coaches for enduring this layoff and these unusual circumstances. No one could have anticipated any of this, and I think we'd be foolish if we pretended we have all the answers and it's gonna turn out perfect. It's just not. So thanks for listening. Please continue to talk to each other, listen to each other, stay connected, stay active, stay hopeful. I'll be in touch, and go Shop. Thanks.